Hello everyone, in this video you are just going to gain some knowledge on ARM Cortex-M processor. Let's get started. So basically most of the industrial based applications will be using the controllers based on ARM Cortex-M processor. So this ARM Cortex-M processor is a 32-bit processor course and it is licensed by ARM company. As I mentioned in the earlier videos, ARM is just a company who is designing the ARM architectures and then selling the licenses to the topmost companies like Texas, ST, NXP, etc. So they do not manufacture any silicon ICs, they only develop the architecture cores and then they will be selling the licenses to all the top tech companies. And coming to the topic, what is a 32 bits processor? So we say a processor, a 32 bits processor, if the internal registers available in the register banks of the processor are of 32 bits resolution. And these internal registers are fast access and storage units in the processor. And nextly, the data parts of the processor are of 32 bits. Data parts are set of functional units which carry out data processing operations, and it also includes arithmetic logic units which is in charge of performing various arithmetic operations like addition, subtraction, etc. Data part with control unit make up the CPU, which is the central processing unit. And nextly, the bus interfaces available in the processor will be also of 32 bits resolution. They are the communication system that transfers data between various components inside the processor. Mainly, these three factors defines what bits a processor is. For example, in our case, our processor is a 32 bits processor. And you just want to get a knowledge on bit size of a processor. So bit size is nothing but which allows the CPU to address a memory for a individual process. Let's take x bits can handle 2 to the power x bytes of memory. Example, 8 bits can handle 2 to the power 8, that is 256 bytes of memory. And 16 bits can handle 2 to the power 16, that is nothing but 65536 bytes of memory. And in our case, 32 bits can handle up to 2 to the power 32, that is nothing but 4294967296 bytes of memory, that is nothing but 4.2 gigabytes of memory. And now let's see in detail about the ARM Cortex-M family of processors available in the market. First and foremost variant is ARM Cortex-M0, ARM Cortex-M0 Plus, ARM Cortex-M1, ARM Cortex-M3, ARM Cortex-M4, and finally we are having ARM Cortex-M7. And first and foremost, ARM Cortex-M0 is used in applications where we just want to use the processor for a simpler application. For example, in a timer or a counter purposes, you may be using this ARM Cortex-M0 processor, and it is also the cheapest among all the variants. And if you take the ARM Cortex-M0 Plus, it is used where energy efficiency is required. For example, in wireless communication devices, you may be operating the device with a battery backup. So in such applications, you may be using this ARM Cortex-M0 processors. And if you take the ARM Cortex-M1, we may be using these kinds of processors in FPGA applications. And if you take the ARM Cortex-M3, it is used where very high performance is required. For multitasking and multithreading purposes, we may be using this ARM Cortex-M3. For example, in industrial applications where precision is also required, you can use these kinds of processors like ARM Cortex-M3. And if you take the ARM Cortex-M4, we may be using this processor in digital signal control floating point. If your application involves complex processing and operation, you may be using this ARM Cortex-M4 in your application. And finally, you can use this ARM Cortex-M7 where you may require high precision and flexible memory. For example, for driving a color display along with touchscreen panel, you can use this ARM Cortex-M7. for that purpose. These are all the ARM Cortex family of processors available in the market, and we may be choosing the processors based on the application of the user. And why we want to use ARM Cortex M? And first and foremost thing is that it has a high code density. As I mentioned before, code density is nothing but the amount of memory consumed after executing all the programming instructions. And high code density means the program takes lesser memory for a huge set of instructions. And second thing is energy efficiency. These kinds of processors are more energy efficient than any other kind of processors. And third one is it uses interrupts for all the processing in the CPU. So these three are the major reasons why we are using the ARM Cortex M based processors. And this is a very basic concept that I am going to talk. What is the difference between microprocessor and microcontroller? So most of you guys will be knowing this difference. So if you know this difference, you can skip this video and later you can catch up with the next video. And now I am just going to brush you to this topic of difference between microprocessor and microcontroller. So microprocessor where all the arithmetic and logical operations of the instructions are done. So microprocessor will be having only that unit, and if you take the microcontroller, we will be having the combination of CPUs, memory elements and all the other peripherals along with it. Let's see the microprocessor in detail. So microprocessor will be having interrupt segment, that is the interrupt controller, CPU, which is nothing but central processing unit where the arithmetic and logical operations are done inside the processor, and we will be having some ports for several operations. So combination of all these things form a microprocessor, and the microprocessor will be having only these elements. And if you take the microcontroller, we will be having a microprocessor inside a microcontroller which will be having interrupt CPU on ports, and in addition to that we will be having some internal peripherals, RAM, which is nothing but random access memory, which is a volatile memory which will be erased when the power is turned off, and ROM, which is nothing but non-volatile memory, usually the program memory where the programming instructions are stored, and we'll be having some input ports and several output ports, and combination of all these things forms a microcontroller. So this is the microcontroller. We'll be having a processor. In addition to that, we will be having all the peripherals and memory elements located inside the microcontroller. So this is the major difference between microcontroller and microprocessor. And as we discussed, if we are using any kind of ARM Cortex M based processor like M0, M0 plus, M1, M3, M4 and M7, this processor available inside the microcontroller will be of that variant. For example, if I am having a ARM Cortex M0 processor in my microcontroller, that means my microcontroller will be having the ARM Cortex M0 processor along with all these internal peripherals, RAM, ROM, output ports and input ports. So that's all for this video. See you in the next video. Thanks for watching.